Welcome back to the English Project, the channel where we think in English and speak English. My name is Herman, and if this is your first time here, consider subscribing. In this video, we're gonna tackle a big one topic that might be intimidating for some people. Yes, you saw the title, reported speech. And reported speech can be a very complex subject. So that's why we're going to break this video into several ones, so that we can explain this topic well, in a correct manner. And remember to hit that subscribe button down there and like this video. Now on to the topic. Before we begin reporting at all, we need to define what is direct and indirect speech. Let's start with direct. Direct speech is what someone said, their actual words. No changes at all in what they said. If you have been following the case between Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, you might have noticed that several times the lawyers said, quote, and end quote. This is customary because what they are doing is that they are repeating the actual words that were said before. They are not interpreting anything, they are exactly repeating what was said. Usually the way they do it is they say quote, they repeat the words, and then they say end quote. In writing, this looks like the following example. I have to go now, Luis says. I have to go now, Luis said. There are some things that are usually overlooked, but that need attention because they are really important. In the first sentence, the verb is says, so the report is in the present, whereas in the second sentence, the verb is said, so the report should be in the past. Also, notice the quotation marks or the speech mark, and also notice the comma. As long as this is written like this, then you have two options: to either report in the present with no changes, and I will explain that in a bit, or to report in the past, in which case you have to make some changes and you have to adjust the sentence. Common reporting verbs are usually say, tell, and ask. Obviously, ask is for the questions. Indirect speech. This is where the fun begins. This is when we want to report what someone said without using quotation marks or speech marks. And sometimes we don't really have to say what they said. We don't necessarily have to use the exact same words. If we take our previous example and we want to report it, we would say something like, Luis says that he has to go. The that in this case is optional. The thing here is that the verb say, the reporting verb, in this case says, is in the present. We don't actually have to change tenses in this sentence. Now, if we report in the past, then we have to adjust the sentence. If the report is Luis said, then you have to make a tense change and you have to go back one tense. And that is the golden rule in reported speech. If you have to change the tenses, you always have to go back one tense. So if the sentence is in the simple present, then it has to go back to the simple past. If the sentence is in the present progressive, then it has to go back to the past progressive, and so forth. This is what you probably remember from school: changing tenses and a big black and white table. Well, some news here. You do actually have to learn all those changes by heart. Simple present goes back to simple past goes back to past perfect, present progressive goes back to past progressive, and present perfect goes back to past perfect. Now I want to point out something important here. Other verbs that can be used as reporting verbs are tell and ask. Obviously, ask is for the reporting questions, and that is going to be another video. I am not going to explain that here because that's very long. But remember that when you use the verb tell, you have to use an object pronoun. It is required. So the report looks something like this. Luis told me I have to go. So if we report that, it would be something like Luis told me that he had to go. Is that a lot of information? Maybe we should change the topic and let this cool off for a bit. We still have to cover other changes in tenses, in the time expressions, and when we refer to other people in the sentences. But that is going to be another video. And in the meantime, I'm going to leave you this one right here so that you can learn a little bit more about idioms. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.